if he wants to. Or he can answer you after you comment it, no problems.
Okay, sir. Now, let me draw that question and ask it again. I'm going to ask you a question that may perhaps land you into a problem with the law.
Angithi angiqale lana ke ngithi ngizobuza umbuzo osengakufaka noma ongenzeka ukuthi ungakufaka enkingeni emthethweni.
And in terms of section 35(3)(d), I mean 35 generally, not specific sections, you've got the right to remain silent, you've got the right to have a lawyer of your own choice.
Please. The act doesn't say that.
Yeah.
He's not arrested.
Oh, let me leave that. Okay, all right, let me leave that. You've got the right not to answer a question that incriminates you. If you don't want to comment, you cannot comment. If you can, you may.
Lo mbuzo ke kuwena ke ukuthi uphenduleke uma ubona ukuthi cha awufuna ukuthi noma akusiyona ke inhloso yakho ukuthi uphendule ungashobe kanjalo.
I was giving him the warrant officers. Sorry about that. So, just this question. It's not a lot of questions that deals with incrimination. Just this one. And the question is this.
Sorry. What is his answer about the warning?
Kulesixwayiso osinikezwayo uthini?
Yeah, uyasizwa?
Ayiye yithi malo.
So can I pose the question to you, then you decide whether you want to answer it or you remain silent?
I'll decide once you have asked the question.
No, could you decide before you answer the question?
Umehluleka uqala ukuthi decide manje ke ngaphambi kokuthi ubuze umbuzo.
If umbuzo ubhekisa kimi ngicela ungawuphendula.
If it's a question directed at me, I'm asking not to answer it.
I respect that. Now, did Gwabini possess a license in order for him to store that firearm for you?
Ingabe uGwabeni wayenelicense yini emnikeza ke imvume noma igunya lokuthi loso sibambe leso akubambele noma agcinele sona?
Angazi. Angicabanga ukuthi nayo.
I don't know. I don't think he has it.
Now, you testified that at some stage you left that area to go to Top's bottle store to buy alcohol when you went to the bottle.
Naya at Top's nyothenga khona ke utshwala. Ingabe uma usuhamba noma senihamba niya at Top's wahamba yini wayosikhipa isibhamu ngoba angithi vele kufanele sibe kuwena?
Ukuphendula lapho ngesikhathi ngihamba nge-Top's isibhamu sasisekiwe.
When I went to Top's, the firearm was still with me.
And now let's move on because of the Section 35 notices, questions. I'll move on away from them. Now your testimony is that at Gwabini's place, and to use your exact word, it was busy, it was fun, it was revelry, it was music, it was dance, it was food, and the like, and with lots of comings and goings, correct?
Ushilo ukuthi kuningi nje okwakwenzeka lapha kwaGwabini, kuningi nje kwakumnandi, kwakugidwa, kwakuyingoma nje, kwakudliwa inyama. Ushilo uthi kwakubhizi nje bephuma abantu bengena abantu. Yebo? Yes.
According to your estimation, and I'm not telling you to a number, how many people were there at that place, in that revelry, whatever?
Uma usungaqaphela nje ungathi babe bangaki abantu ababe lapha yana kuleya ndawo kambe?
Ngakela ngoba ngithi abantu babengena babe kodwa kwangabantu abaningi sazazana nabo abantu bangasekhaya abantu.
I wouldn't be able to guess or to estimate. As I said that people were coming in and going out, and it was a lot of people and people that we knew that were coming from back home where we are coming from.
And your testimony then becomes that around 9 p.m. you then observe or noticed accused number 1, 2, and 3. Is that 3? Coming back and from somewhere and going into Gwabini's room, correct?
Kushilo ke ukuthi ngakuma 9 yila ubone khona ke uthola oqala owesibili owesithathu bebuya ke la ababebuya khona base beyongena ekamereni lakhe uGwabini. Yebo? Yes.
And you say that your suspicion was aroused. What caused you to be suspicious of people coming back and all of that.
Ushilo ke ukuthi yila ose waba neinsolo khona ke yini ke eyabangela ukuthi ube neinsolo abantu bebuya la ababebuya khona.
Njoba ngishilo ngangihleli ngoba ngangazi ukuthi erumini kaGwabini kunesibhamu sami ingakho ngangihleli la ngibheke wonke umuntu ondlula eyakhona nophumayo nongenayo.
As I said that where I was seated, I was facing Gwabini's room and I was looking at each and every person that was going in and out of that bedroom. Yebo.
Ingakho ngakwazi ukubabona mabengena beya kulo leli camera. Ingakho futhi ngasukuma ngabalandela ngoba ngangathi ngesibhamu sami.
Hence, then I was able to see them as they were going to that bedroom, and I then stood up and followed them, knowing very well that in that bedroom my firearm was there.
So, in essence, are you telling me that the aim was to go and secure your firearm, correct?
Wena owakusukumisa kwakuwukuthi nje uyoqinisekisa ukuthi isibhamu sakho sisecure.
Yebo ngoba bangena belandelana beya kuleli camera ingakho nami ngasukuma ngaya kulo.
Yes, because as they entered they were following each other and they went to that bedroom, hence I stood up and also went there.
And further, according to your testimony, is that you observed accused number 1 in possession of a .38 revolver. I'm not familiar with guns. Is it a .38 revolver?
Ushilo? Yes. Tuyasho ukuthi wambona ke number 1 yena ke ephethe i.38 revolver.
And another person in possession of a 9mm. Who was that?
Ubani lo owayephethe i9mm?
Accused number 3,
umsolo wesithathu.
Can you describe the 9mm that you observed?
Ungayichaza le 9mm owayibona?
njoba ngichazile ukuthi mhlambe isibhamu nolwazi lwaso ngengikwazi ukuchaza ukuthi lesi isiphi ngesikhathi esiside njoba ngisho ukuthi 9mm i9mm ne38 ihlukile ayifani.
Okay, as I said previously that I've got knowledge of firearms, but now because of the fact that it's been a long time since the incident occurred, but I could say that this was a 9mm, this was a .38 revolver, and because the two firearms are not the same or they don't look the same. Yeah.
Ingakho ngithi wayiphethe 9mm omunye iphethe 38.
Hence I'm saying that he was in possession of a 9mm and the other one was in possession of a .38.
But you can't tell us the make and model or the make of that 9mm.
Yeah, make and again 9mm ngichaza.
Ngeke ngikwazi ukuyichaza because ngangayithathanga ngayibheka kodwa engayithatha nje kuye ngiyibuka ngabona ukuthi 9 le angifuna ngikwazi ukuthi yenziwe yini neRico or yipi company kodwa ngabuka nje ukuthi sibhamu nali-millimeter then ngi-38.
I just looked at the firearm and I was able to see that it was a 9mm, but as to whether it was a Norinco or what, I didn't inquire about that. I could see that this was a 9mm and this was a .38.
And could you describe the .38 revolver that you saw?
Ungayichaza yona i.38 le owayibona.
Umehluko ku-38 ne9mm ukuthi 38 nesondo.
The difference between a 9mm and the .38 is that the .38 has got a wheel
and 38 ayingenanhlamvu.
And the .38 had no bullet. Inhlamvu noma inhlamvu.
Oh, inhlamvu.
Okay, it had no bullets.
Okay. So in other words, the 9mm was loaded.
Yeah, loaded on the
9mm. I was interested with 38.
Oh, okay.
Right. I didn't open the 9mm. I was interested in the .38.
Okay. And your further testimony then is that you observe the same persons accused number 1 and 3 handing the said firearms to Gwabini, correct?
Uthi wase ubabona ke yena number 1 kanye no number 3 benikeza ngazo le ibhamu lezi benikeza uGwabini.
Yebo?
Yes.
And why, in your opinion, were they handing those firearms to Gwabini?
Ngovolo wakho kwakungani benikeza ngalezo ibhamu benikeza yena uGwabini?
Ingakho ngithi nami ingakho ngabuza ukuthi why bephethe izibhamu.
Hence I said that is the reason why I inquired why are they in possession of firearms.
And did you get the joy of a response from either of the gentlemen.
ngabe waphendulwa yini ke kulowo mbuzo wakho?
Ngokusho kwabo angibangisafuna ukuthi abangiphendule ngabe sengibathethisa nje.
As they said it, or as they mentioned it, I didn't even want to know further. I just scolded them.
Let's move on and deal with this aspect of the beginning of your evidence in chief yesterday. You testified that you know, is it all or some of the accused persons in court?
Uqala unikeza ngokufakazi ke izolo ingabe uthe ubazi bonke abamangaleli noma basola laba noma wazi abathize kubona.
Ngicabanga ukuthi ngalelo langa wonke umuntu ekhona noma athiwa ngangamazi noma ngangamkhumbuli kodwa bangikhumbuza bona.
I think that what I said is that on that day, even if I knew the person or I was in a position not to be able to remember the person, but they themselves reminded me.
Especially amagama abo.
Especially their names.
Just for contextual purpose, where are you, if it's a security concern, don't answer it. Where are you from KwaZulu-Natal?
Uma kuukuthi ke kunezathu zokuvikeleka usho ke ungawuphenduluke kodwa bengifisa nje ukwazi ukuthi eKZN ubuya kuphi nendawo.
Ngizocela ngakuphendule.
Okay.
The question not to answer that.
And then let me do it this way. I don't want to risk your security at all.
Angikusho nje kanjena akushona nje inhloso yami ukuthi ke ngabeka nje engiphenye impilo yakho noma security yakho.
That area where you grew up from in KwaZulu-Natal, where you say you grew up, and I'll talk about accused number 1 and 2 only. Did you grow up in that area or as a young man until you came to work as a police officer in Johannesburg, or you moved early on from that area to come and stay in Johannesburg?
Lapho ke ngizothi kwena la owakhulela khona ke ngiphinde futhi ukuthi akusona inhloso yami ukuthi ngibeke impilo yakho engiphenyi malana la usuka khona. Ukhulele khona ke isikakhulukazi ngikhulumela ke umsolo wokuqala kanye nowesibili ukuthi ke ukhule lapho kwaze kwafika kwisigaba ke la ekufanele manje usuzosebenza khona ke eGoli noma wahamba ke ngaphambilini kokuthi usebenze wa ingxenye impilo yakho wazoyihlala la eGoli ngaphambi kokuthi usebenze.
Bengahlali nabo.
I wasn't staying with them.
Bengiya khona ngoba kusekhaya ngasekhaya.
I would go there because it's my home.
And for example, when did you leave home? To work or study this side, whatever. What I want to find out is the gap that you last saw the persons that you say they were your neighbors. I may have forgotten their names. I was reintroduced to infosloras.
Ngifuna nje ukwazi noma ukubheka isikhathi ukuthi kwaba isikhathi esingakani noma igebe elingakanani ke ukuthi uhambe nini noma ukuthi weza ngala uzofunda noma uzosebenza. Ngifuna ubheka isikhathi ukuthi labantu laba uthi wabakunjuzwa uma sewuhlangana nabo ke efosloras ukuthi kwakuyigebe elingakanani usungababoni la ukuthi kwakuwomakhelwane ekhaya.
Ngicabanga ukuthi akusona isikhathi eside ngoba angithi mawuhambile ngiyaya ekhaya ngiyavakasha ngama-holiday ngama-festive ngiyababona mangababonanga ngibabonanga kodwa akusikho ukuthi ngiyile ngohlala nabo no.
It was not for a long time because I would go home to go and visit during the festive season, and if I see them I would see them, and if it is that I wouldn't see them then, but it's not to say that I would stay with them for a longer time.
I will during the break take instructions from both accused number 1 and 2 because they were waiting for you to finalize your evidence in chief so that they can give me instructions about this particular aspect. But let me put the other aspects that they've given me in respect to your testimony about their identification.
Lokho ke ngizothi mase siyakuthi break ke ngizozwa khona ke ngoba belinde ukuthi nje uphothula ubufakazi bakho bazokwazi ke bangitsheleke noma ukuthi bathini ke bona kodwa ke angikutshela ukuthi bathini ke mayelana nokunye.
Hayi. Akangitshela.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. I can tell you what they have told me in prior instructions. So remember, we got your statement 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So we are waiting for you to finalize your evidence in chief so that we can take further instructions. Now, accused one denies that he is your neighbor from home. I don't know where your home is for security reasons, but he says he's from Mahlabatini.
Umsola noma mangalelo woqala ke uyaphika ukuthi umakhelwane wapheke umakhelwane wakho ekhaya noma emakhaya uthi ke kumele akazi ukuthi wena ubuya kuphi kodwa yena ke uthi ubuya emahlabathini umangalelo woqala
uyaphika unamanga
is he denying it? He's telling lies.
ungasizana nje basekhaya mangisekhaya
He's just further down. When I'm at home, he's just further down my home.
ubaba wakhe unomali
Normally. His father is normally.
He will also testify that he's not acquainted to you and he has never socialized with you.
Uthi ke futhi akajwayelananga nawe akakazi nje ahlale nawe ke kube mnandi kungebeleke nje ndawonye.
vele ngingaze ngihlale nabo anyway eGoli.
Yes, I've never been with them or socialized with them in Gauteng.
My Lord, if I may take instructions, otherwise we are going to have to seek for an adjournment so that we take proper instructions, because it will be an up and down with raised hands, and don't be pretty.
What time is it?
It's just a minute after 11.
Okay, we come back at 11:30.
Because the court is